Epa, Super Saiyan chicos and chicas. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing pretty damn good. So, this video is gonna be more of my recent experience. And I hope we're done with this experience. So, for the past basically week for the most part, close to 2 weeks, I got a kitten. And I should be showing, I'm gonna show a clip of my kitten from the last live stream. That at the moment of me making this video, it was last night. But I'll probably put it like right now. Like he's biting me. You guys probably saw that little clip of him, like that little moment. He's biting me here. But if you see his little forearms is shaved, and that's where they were putting like the IVs and the blood transfusion. This little monster, with how baby it is, has gone through a lot. And look at him, still attacking me. Such a little adorable piece of shit. Yeah, right? You adorable piece of shit? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk, you piece of caca. Oh yeah, it loves this. It loves when I do this, right? Yeah. What? Don't tell me to stop. Alright, so you see little Gohan, that's the name we gave him. You guys actually suggested the game if it was the name, not the game, the name. If it was a boy, which is a boy. So we went with Gohan. I also sometimes call him a pitufo in Spanish, usually a Smurf if I'm not mistaken. Just as a little nickname. But anyway, Gohan is such a lovable little monster, as you guys could see. I love him a lot. We got him around April 15, so we only have him for like basically like 3 weeks as of now. And Gohan been through a lot of stuff. So apparently, he was really anemic. We don't know the real 100% source because unfortunately, look, when you go to the vet, first of all, look, my experience wasn't so bad in the sense like the vet did try. Like the first time Gohan went into a coma, because basically he's been like basically out of it. So I'm saying coma because it was basically a coma. Like the first time his temperature dropped real low, and his body was basically starting to get ready to shut down. Because he was super anemic and we didn't know, and then he was out of it. It was a very scary situation. They had to use a blow dryer, like a hair blow dryer, to keep his temperature up to the correct amount and the correct temperature. And then besides that, they gave him some little thing that's like a sugar thing. It's like a nutrient thing. And they also put like a little thing under his skin that should also provide like, you know, water and whatever. Keep him hydrated. Well, he came back at home when I brought him home because they were like, this is as much as we could do. So I left. I went in there. I was there for like 4 hours, probably, or 5. They did their best, and they couldn't really do no blood work or anything because he was really bad shape. So he woke up on my chest. I had him on my chest. I did it like a baby. I took off my shirt, put him on my chest, I kept him warm. He woke up. I was really happy. He was doing better. We kept, you know, feeding him and whatnot. Then, unfortunately, he went again into this coma. The second time, he was basically, he was doing fine. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was doing fine here in the house. He was playing with me and he went to the coma. So we went back, but this time we went to the ER because it happened like at 3 a.m. So, you know, 3 a.m. I work, my girlfriend worked. So we had to go to the ER and we have 2 kids. So I ran to the ER and they had to do a blood transfusion. And by the way, every time we went with him like that, they were always telling us that you just better put him to sleep because he's not going to make it. They just kept saying the same thing. And it really pisses me off. Alright, whatever. He got his blood transfusion, whatever. He stood overnight. Next morning, I picked him up like 8 a.m., right? It was right around 8 a.m. Yeah, because I had to drop off my girlfriend earlier to go pick up Gohan. I think 7:30 or 8 a.m. I brought him home. I fed him. And then I took him to the clinic so he could get a checkup. He got his checkup. He was fine. I got home. I laid down with him and I was with him. I wanted him to keep him warm, and he went back to a coma. scariest thing. So I went back to the clinic. They kept checking him. They saw that he was fine, but they noticed it was a little anemic, but they didn't know why. And they're like, we'll just keep monitoring him, his vitals and whatever, temperature, whatever. But we suggest that, and they did some tests. They were able to do some tests, and they were like, we suggest you take him to the ER. So I was there from like, I think I got there back there like at 11, maybe noonish. I was there till 5:22. I'll never forget. 5:22, and I got scared because I've heard, like, this is a story from my mom when one of her dogs had passed away. All the fleas started jumping off. So I saw that the fleas that were on Gohan were starting to jump off. So I got terrified. Now, in all of this, I'm not really a religious person in the sense, like, I do believe in God and Jesus because I grew up, like, my family is technically the descended Catholic, and I also been around, like, my girlfriend's Christian, for example. I've been around a lot of Christians. I do believe in God and Jesus. I don't practice any religion, but I did pray. And I want to say that because I feel like it's not fair for me to pray and only whenever it's a time of need, and then be like, oh yeah, no, Jesus and God, they're, like crap, like disregard them. I feel like that's not right. Because who knows? Like, to me, I feel like the power of prayer did help. I did ask you guys to pray. I asked people at my job to pray. I asked the people around me to pray. I pray online. So I don't want to act like I did not. So just so you guys know, I want you guys to know this. But besides that, I saw the fleas coming off, and then so I started getting more worried, obviously. It was a tough situation. We ended up in the ER right after. The ER opens at 5:30, so I just rushed. It was like maybe like a 15-20 minutes drive. We got him into the ER. Again, they told us he wasn't going to make it. I'm like, it's been 3 times. Doesn't matter. Just put him in there. They had him there for 2 nights. He was doing pretty good that first night, but they kept him. They kept monitoring him, and then he started eating really good. His blood count went up, especially with a second transfusion, blood transfusion, and now he's getting fat and he's annoying as shit. Now we found out he has parasite, Concidia or something like that. I'm never gonna remember that name, but it's a parasite that is in the intestines. Well, that's one of them. So he has to take this medication for 10 days, which he already needs like 4 more days because I already given him like 6 doses. He also is taking a medication called lactulose, some shit like that. Supposedly, because they kind of suspect that he may have a liver shunt. I think it's not a liver shunt. It's a shunt, PSS or some shit like that. Well, it's possible, but he already tested negative. But they say just in case if it's possible. They haven't been able to test him again because the clinic I take him to, it seems like they don't really know 100% serious stuff. They're only good for like the basic. And they also mentioned that he has to fast for 12 hours. There's no way I'm going to make this cat fast for 12 hours after he's been anemic. So unless later on when he gets older, he's fine, we could try it. But by then, most likely we'll know it's not liver shunt. And then they also gave me antibiotic because just in case he had a bacterial infection that they couldn't detect. So because he's been so anemic, they haven't been doing a lot of blood work regardless. But anyway, at the end, right now, everything seems good because Gohan is doing really damn good. He's gained weight overnight. Like when he got discharged, he was 0.75 ounces. 0.75 pound. So I don't know how many ounces that is. Maybe like 12 or 13 ounce. And then now he's like last time it was Monday, he was at almost a pound. He was 0.98 pounds. So most likely it was like 15 ounces, 0.8 or whatever. The point is that he's doing really well. I thank you for all of those that prayed. I appreciate you guys. And those that asked about Gohan. BB made me laugh when he's like, he's Gohan. He got this. I'm happy he's doing good. He's attacking me like nonstop. You guys probably saw the clip already. And I'm happy for him. I'm still taking care of him. I'm making sure he eats. He loves eating like his little wet food with this replacement milk for the baby replacement milk that the mom, because he doesn't have a mom. So I mix it. That's what the hospital was doing, and he eats it. He loves it, so I'm doing the same thing. Now, One thing is that, and this is probably like my fault for being ignorant, we're giving him a milk that wasn't really a replacement. It was cat milk, but it was more of a snack. But we didn't know because when we had Ash as a baby, we did that and she was fine. But it seems like Ash didn't have parasites. Also this cat had Gohan had a lot of fleas. Ash didn't have fleas, so Ash was fine. So she probably was always, with nutrients. Um, with Gohan, fleas, parasite, and whatever else he may have had, and he wasn't eating that good, so that milk wasn't as nutritious as it should have been. So most likely that little bit of nutrients he was getting was being eaten by the parasite, and also the bit of blood he had was being taken by the how you called it, the fleas. So most likely that's what probably happened. This is what I believe, but we'll see after all the medication is over. So that's where I kind of want to see what happens, and he still has a lot of medication. Now, I do want to say, that thank you to all the, well, I doubt they'll see this video, but just in case, all the doctors and techs that worked, and nurse, whatever, that worked with Gohan and tried to save his life multiple times. I really appreciate them. I'll tell you guys, I was so stressed. I saw more gray hair, and I feel like I got more gray hair. I was having chest pain, and I was having arm pain. I know I should worry about myself too, but look, Gohan's a kitten, and he came into my life out of nowhere. And I see him as a baby. I did not want him to die. I wanted him to have a chance at living. I know he's an animal, and a lot of people will probably be like, bro, you should be focusing more on your kids or whatever, which I do. I love my kids. Like, if my kids were in this situation, I'll be stressing too. And I feel like maybe because how my dad recently had died, even though I wasn't close to him, it hit me hard. And I feel like I kind of like value lives more than I did before. And even on an animal, I felt like, especially Gohan, that I got attached to him real quick. Like, I really did not want him. Like, if he wasn't giving up, and he was fighting to stay alive, I wanted him to have that chance. My dad fought real hard to stay alive, but his body was out. So he had to die. Unfortunately, like, good thing with Gohan is like he was still fighting, and his body was still strong enough to survive. I know I'm comparing a human and a pet, but still, to me, it's two lives. Whether it's a human or a pet, it's still a life. A life is a life. Gohan life matters to me, just because I really love the cat. One thing that really pisses me off was the way that, and I wish this is gonna change in the future. Well, first of all, we need some sort of like good healthcare for. I'm in the U.S., so we need some sort of good healthcare for humans, for real. Because this is insane how many people get sick and stuff like that. But that's beside the point. I'm not gonna get into like politics and whatever. But at least with a human, doctors have to save you whether you have credit or not. Not credit, money or not. Like, you go to an ER, they have to save you. Then you get the bill, and then you may not even pay it, and then someone that wants to save on taxes will end up paying it. Usually get the 1% or whatever. So you still get saved. Like, if you get shot or you get a disease or whatever, you get saved. Usually at the doctor, at the hospital. With a pet, they don't get that treatment. The first thing everyone wants to do, like, I don't understand how people could be in this field of being a veterinarian, and the first thing they want to do is just euthanize everything that comes in. I honestly can't understand that. Like, and it really upsets me. I got offered to euthanize him like 2-3 times. This is not how it's supposed to be. And then they would not do anything until I paid the full price, which I had the money, right? I spent, I put in this card called Care Credit, and I could pay little by little. So I spent roughly around $3,000 on Gohan. And I will do it again. But the point is that I did not like that, because there was another couple there that was broke. And they basically needed a blood transfusion for their cat. And from what they seem, it's like they weren't gonna get it until they paid, and they didn't have the money. I don't know what happened because I left afterwards. But I hope that they were able to get that blood transfusion for their cat because they really love their cat. And it's sad to see how people, if you have no money, you have to see your pet die, and you're powerless, and it's not right. It should not be like that. And I really hate that. I really hate that. Like, thank God I'm in a better position where I have enough money, even at the time that I might, that I will be, not might, I will be unemployed. I still was able to pull up money to, save Gohan. But if I didn't, then I would have to watch Gohan die. And I don't like that. And I don't feel like that's fair. And someone in the comment section might come in. Well, this is not Twitter, so I don't think it'll happen. But you never know. Someone in the comment section might come and be like, "Oh, but don't have a pet if you're broke." Yes, you're right. You shouldn't have a pet. You shouldn't have kids. You shouldn't have nothing when you're broke. But everyone's having a hard time in this fucking country right now, all over the world too. But if you're in the U.S., you're having a fucking hard time with everything that has happened with the last, president, and even now nothing has really gotten that good. And then all wars, all this shit that's going on. You can't just go ahead and always say that, because you don't know if the person was doing good at one point in their life. That's when they got the pet, and now they're going through struggles. You can't be that selfish. Life isn't just because you say something. It's just how it is. So, like, if anyone wants to say something like that in the comment section, you're welcome to. You have freedom of speech, but you're a dumbass. You have the freedom of speech, but it doesn't mean that you're not a dumbass for saying something like that. And I honestly, genuinely hate people that say stupid shit like that, because it's like they say that because it's not happening to them. But anyway, the point is that is a pretty fucked up situation, and I going to the ER and seeing that, it really broke my heart. Unfortunately, obviously, it's funny how I told my girlfriend, like, if one day I were to become big enough, like Markiplier or something like that, I would like to build, like, invest money into like a cat sanctuary. I'll do it for other pets too, but I want to start with cats, where any cat that needs a home, we'll take him in, and we'll have like people that will take care of them and just keep them, healthy until someone is able to adopt them. Besides that, I would like to also do like a charity thing where basically any person that needs money, obviously they're qualified, that they have no money, will have to, obviously you gotta figure that out. I'm just giving a brainstorm, figuring out if it ever happens, right? Where that's couple, for example, that's struggling, they don't have care credit, they don't have no way to pay, they get that money right away. They don't have to wait hours. So no, they just get right away the money, and then it gets processed. If you lie, for example, then obviously you have to pay the money back. And if it's true that your income is low and you need the money, then you get the money for free, and that's it. That's it. Because you need the money today. You can't wait. If you lie, because there's people that may lie, right? They do have the income and they just want free money, which is fine. It will bill you afterwards. We'll take you to court, whatever the case may be, whatever illegally that we could do. But those that do need the money, you will get the money instantly, and you will save your pet. That's what I would like to do. But anyway, this is just, it's been a roller coaster for me. I've been stressed. I've been, I still try streaming. I still try everything. I still recovering from all that. Like, I still very sleepy because I have very, very, like, backup sleep. That's why I'm gonna take today off from streaming. But when I still, when I start getting better, and then thank God Gohan's doing really good. Hopefully, again, he stays like that. And as I get closer to the being unemployed, I'm gonna be streaming more. But yeah, again, this was my experience. It was such a tough experience. I got lucky. I had the resources and everything to be able to help Gohan fight this battle, and he was able to. As of right now, he actually won. So I keep monitoring him. I keep taking care of him, making sure he's still good. He's a little bastard that keeps biting the crap out of me. He bites my cable, so don't be surprised if one day I try to stream or something, I can't because he bit the camera cable. I need to get a new camera or the mic or something. He'll probably fuck something up. He'll come down here and start biting my shit. that little bastard. But I love him. I love him. That little loser. He won my heart. So those of you out there, I know a lot of you guys have like pets, dogs, cats, whatever. You know, is you guys understand me. But anyway, that's basically my story here. Just a little experience I had. I want to just share it with you guys. Leave in the comment section what you guys think. Yeah. Again, thank you all of you guys that pray for Gohan. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Super Saiyan Gang. We are out.